the last minute.
Hey, what's up, guys?
That's really nice.
Hello, folks. It's the Podsquad, and today we have Weirdy Lee and
Hey.
Jarett Huston, and yours
Yes.
truly, Wendy Card. And thanks for joining us. It's March 24th, and this is episode 212. So today's special guests are Sam Love, author Sam Love of Earth Resonance, Jackie O'Brien, of Paws for War of Eastern North Carolina. And new to the Podsquad is Weirdy Lee. And if you missed last week, Jarett Huston. So this is, this is fun. So thank you guys. Jarett, you're not driving, are you?
I am, but I'm about to park downtown. I'm okay. I didn't want to be late.
Dedication.
The rain really caught me up, but my connection seems to be okay right now.
There we go.
Show, so no matter.
Yeah.
Hot drop.
Yeah. There you are. Okay, so we got some up close and personal shots. So I think both of you are the youngest pod squatters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us.
Super sick. Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited.
Yes.
Yeah. This is going to be a fun show. We've got quite a lineup. But before we get started, guess what? We have a contest.
Oh, heck.
But the Pod Squad is not allowed to answer the question. But the question will be revealed at about 10 minutes until the end of the show. And the question is, are you both from New Bern? Or Jarett's from New Bern. Weirdy Lee, are you from New Bern?
I am not.
You're not?
Yes.
Okay. So what? One of you are, one of you are not. When did New Bern get concrete sidewalks? So that's the question.
But we're not allowed to answer?
So you're not allowed to answer. Oh, we got Ricky, your bandmate.
Cricket!
Cricket. Yeah. And Weirdy, we forgot to mention that you are the lead singer, right? Or singer for Wicked Junction, the lead, right? Or co-singer. How does that work? You're the lead?
Yes, I'm the singer. I sing a little bit.
There you go. So yeah.
Yeah, Cricket sings a bit too. And our drummer has a voice. It's just eventually, because it's kind of tricky to sing and play drums. But yeah. And then we have our bassist, Jim.
So I met Ricky back years ago. I don't know, probably 10 years ago on Bryce's Creek. So it's been a long time, but
Cool.
yeah. And I've noticed Jarett had mentioned Wicked Junction, and I'd heard your name, and we actually publish weekend things to do on the weekends every Thursday. I'll be doing that after the show. And if your band comes up where we're notified that you're having a show, we'll put that in there. And but because we really appreciate you taking the time to entertain, us, like local people, people that come to New Bern and want to hear the different musicians. And I know it's very difficult because it's the pay isn't the greatest, but you're doing it because you love it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my goal is to kind of, and us as a band really, is we have so much technology going on that we kind of lose human touch and experience, and especially like with the whole COVID fiasco, it was kind of hard to make new friends or just like even talk to people without having your phone in your hand. So I feel like with the power of music, we can bring all those songs from the past back to life. And then for even if it's just a split second for like one of our audience members to get off their phone and just be in that moment, then we're doing what we're supposed to do.
Well, awesome. So how long have you been playing or singing or both? Do you play any musical instruments?
I play the spoons and I play and I play the tambourine. I just started learning harmonica. Thank you to Cricket for getting me that. And I do play a little bit of ukulele.
Ukulele. Well, that's so you can do both. You can sing and chew gum and play something at the same time.
Yeah.
So that's good. I wouldn't say chew gum and sing at the same time, but now I am rambling. But I'm gonna you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try this screen share and let's see what happens. Do you have a Facebook page, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay. So are you ready?
I'm ready, Freddie.
Audience, are you ready? We're going to give it a whirl. Why not? And somebody forgot to. I apologize, everyone. That's the first thing I usually do before I start is turn the volume off. Anyway, okay. I can't do two things at once.
It's tricky. My grandma always said, "What do you think? I'm an octopus?"
That's true. Yeah, that's a good one. All right, why isn't it showing up? Let's see here. Okay, so much for trying the screen share. It's not working. Oh, you know what I have to do? Is probably all right, we're trying this technology out. Oops. No, it's not going to work. But we have our friend Jarett is back. Okay.
Yes. Okay. I found some Wi-Fi that we could connect to.
There we go. So where are you at, Jarett?
I'm at Nautical Star right now, the coffee shop downtown.
Hey,
Yeah.
nice.
Yes.
Now, that's where Wicked Junction's going to be playing, right?
Yep, they've played here a few times. Very nice. It's a very nice venue. They have very nice music too. Wendy, you need to come out next time they play. I'll text you, and we can go out.
Heck
Yes.
yeah.
That's going to be on April 2nd or 1st?
We're going to be April 1st. Yes, ma'am.
And then the 2nd, you're going to be down Cedar Point?
Yes, we'll be at Mythic Ring. Those will both be duo shows.
Well, good. All right.
Yeah.
So we're running a little late. So the first guest is not in the room. He's trying to call me right now. So how about you guys go ahead and do you mind chatting? And I'm going to just.
Okay.
Hey,
What's up, Lee? What's up, dude? How are you doing?
Good. How have you been?
I've been good. Other than this rain coming down on me.
I know, it's sunny over here in Portland. I think we switched weathers.
Yeah, that's wild. Because I feel like it always rains over there.
Oh, yeah. It was a little spooky the past couple of days, but it's kind of groovy today.
Yeah. So, how have you and Ricky been doing with like rehearsing and all that stuff?
Really good. We have some rehearsals this upcoming week. I've been like kind of all over the place with Squirrel Brain, and I've been doing a little bit of traveling, so figuring that out is a fun adventure. But yeah, we're excited to get back to it for April month. We got a couple shows in the pocket.
Very cool. I will probably be there. Cody and I will be there.
Yeah, that'd be
For the
awesome.
most part, yeah. I have to track you guys down to get that interview
Oh yeah.
soon. Whenever.
I know Cricket's really excited about that too, so we'll definitely have to figure that out.
No
Probably
stress.
a Sunday or Monday.
Yeah.
She's back.
She is back. Hey, Wendy. Can you hear her?
No. Can you?
There we go. I think.
I can't hear her. Wendy.
There we go.
There we
there.
go.
I was muted. Okay, technology. I have two bright young minds, and you all need to teach me some things. So
Okay.
yeah, we've been doing this for I don't know how many years now, and we always seem to have a hiccup here and there. But I think I blame it on the computers, technology. I don't think we were meant to have all this high tech stuff in our lives, you know?
No, not
No.
at all.
Yeah. Oh, and our 115 guest has arrived.
Okay.
There was technical
Sweet.
difficulties, and we've hopefully resolved them. So let's bring in Sam Love without further ado. And Sam is our.
Let me turn off the computer.
Okay, well, he was with us briefly. Do you all know Sam?
I do not.
I have
Okay.
not had the pleasure.
Jarett, you're a poet, right?
Yes.
Okay, Sam is a poet, and he just wrote a poetry book. It's called Earth Resonance,
Okay.
and he's a proponent of Mother Earth, and you can definitely understand that in his readings. And there's Sam Love. There we go, Sam. How
Hi.
are you
Hey,
today?
Sam.
I tried to log in with the Safari and it wouldn't let me.
Well, you're good. See, that's what you get for using a Mac. I'm joking. I'm just joking. So how are you? You looking pretty good today.
Oh, thank you. Let me turn the volume up. Well, I'm doing great. I'm going down to Beaufort tonight. There's a program called Poets for Peace, and they're going to be reading poems about Ukraine. And so I've written a special poem for that, and that's exciting. But the focus of this is about the book I've written about environmental poetry. And it's a collection of my poems over the last 10 years that deal with environmental subjects.
Okay. It's very interesting.
It's very powerful. You know, in the very beginning, before you start reading it, it says your quote is let the voice of a poet resonate to explain our awareness of our impact on the planet and pave the way to a vibrant future. So I thought that was a very powerful message, and it's a great book. I got a preview.
Yeah.
Yes,
Love to read it.
I got a sneak peek.
Well, what happened is when COVID hit, I sort of lost my muse. And when I'd sit down to write a poem, it'd turn out like, why poets hate Zoom. And I thought that's not a very good poem. And so I decided to go back through the last 10 years and collect poems I'd written about the environment that had appeared everywhere. I mean, some of them were in print, some of them were online, some of them were in Europe. And I thought, I'd like to have something in one place in case there's an archaeologist going through a landfill one day and he finds this, so he could get a glimpse of what we've been doing to the planet. So that motivated me.
Okay.
There you go. So, and Sam, I've known you for quite some time, and you're very active in the Nexus Poets Society. And do you want to tell us a little bit about that organization?
Yeah, approximately 6 years ago, we started a local poetry group, and it's been active, meeting every month, even through COVID. I mean, we switched to Zoom as COVID started shutting things down, and we're now doing a hybrid session on the first Tuesday of every month, we have a featured poet, and then it's followed by an open mic. and we're meeting at the Unitarian Fellowship. And we have a live audience and we have an audience on Zoom. And I mean, we're getting people tuning in from Georgia to Maine. I mean, it's just amazing. It's become much bigger than just New Bern. And you could go to nexuspoets.com, and that's the website, and you can find out more information.
Yeah. And Jarett, you're a poet, so
Yes, ma'am.
you need to get involved, right?
Yeah, I need to stop by sometime and just check it out.
Yeah. After this, I'll get your contact information.
Okay.
And we'll work something out.
Great. I will say I always am a little nervous. I have stage fright, but I always get over it. So.
Well, one of the benefits of this is it's usually a small audience, and you can be relaxed in front of this group. And it has brought a number of poets out of the closet in the New Bern area.
Well, I'm glad.
I think that's been a great contribution.
Mm-hmm.
And, we have a very active board that's supportive of it. Suzanne Cockerell is the vice president, and Margaret Towles, the treasurer, and we have some other people that are on the board that help organize this. And we've had some incredible featured poets join us to share what they're writing.
Yeah, I'd love to come by and just even listen.
Yeah,
because you don't come by a lot of poets just in everyday life. You can't tell walking by someone, you're like, oh, he's a poet. So I think it's nice that you guys have a collective where people can share that.
Yeah, and we try to get students involved from the early college, and so we've had a number of them that have been involved. We run a contest annually for poetry, and we actually have some prize money available, and that's been useful. But back to Earth Resonance.
Yes.
The cover of Earth Resonance that this publisher, the Poetry Box in Portland, Oregon, did is a conch shell. And the reason we chose a conch is because you can blow into one end of it, and then the sound resonates in the chamber and becomes louder as it exits. And so that inspired the poem that she was talking about earlier, about how poets' voices could resonate to help save the planet. Mm-hmm. And I really think there's a couple of major themes in this book. I mean, my goal is to be able to build awareness about where things come from and where they go. And so it's real important to understand when you pick up a bottle of water that comes from Fiji, I mean, that's traveled like 6,000 miles to get here. Or when you pick up blueberries in January and find out they've come from Chile. I have a poem, Blueberry Morning, where I'm looking at a blueberry in my oatmeal and wondering where it came from. So I researched it, and it traveled between the truck trip from Florida and the airplane flight from Chile to Florida. It's like 4,000 miles. The blueberry was very good, but soon we'll be able to pick them locally just across the river here. Mm-hmm. And so that's what I'm trying to do. And then the other question is where things go. And so I also did a children's book with Sam Ray Duke, who's a wonderful local illustrator, that talks about what happens when a child throws a plastic bag out of a car window and follows it through the ecosystem into the ocean. And then how, when the fish is caught, the plastic can come back home. Yeah. And I mean, there's like a lot in there. I mean, I have a few poems that are titillating. There's one poem I did called Spermageddon, and it basically raises the question, are male sperm about to become an endangered species, and should we be concerned about that? And a lot of this is based on, sound, technical, scientific information that I've read about, and so, I'm hoping that people will pick up the book and share some of the concepts with others.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome,
Most
Sam.
definitely.
And so if people want to get the book, I'm guessing, are they at the Next Chapter bookstore locally?
My books are at the Bank of the Arts and the
Okay.
Next Chapter, and I really encourage people to support the Next Chapter because Michelle's doing a great job of creating a venue for local poets and writers, fiction writers, because New Bern is actually an oasis of creative literary talent. I mean, it's not just Sparks here, with his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of other really good writers, and Michelle's on top of who's doing that. And I'm really encouraging people to support her store.
Yeah, I mean, she has a collection of all kinds of stuff. So we've had comments by Sam Lewis, and I guess Weirdy knows Sam.
Yeah.
Somehow I see
Hey,
you
Sam.
smiling. So, but Sam Love, you are just a gem. I really enjoy talking with you and learning from you, and hopefully we'll have another Earth Day in April. We're looking at the 23rd. We'll see how that goes. It's last minute planning on my part, but last time we planned less than a month out and over 200 people showed up. So
Wow.
and you had your book there, so you're one of the books, the plastic bag, was it the little plastic bag?
My Little Plastic Bag
Yes.
is the name of that book.
Yeah.
And I also have a website where I made some videos of some of these poems, and you can see a highlights reel on there.
Okay.
It's www.samlove.org. No, www.samlove.net. That's .net. And,
There we go.
I'm showing my age, but I was on the national staff of Earth Day in 1970.
Wow.
And so I've sort of been interested in advocating on some of these environmental issues for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some very important issues around here. There's the local nature coalition.
Carolina Nature Coalition, yes.
Carolina Nature Coalition had a wonderful program Tuesday night with the Land Trust group talking about saving some of the endangered biosystems in the area, and it was great. And so, there's a lot of activity people can get involved in. Some of the churches, including the Unitarian Fellowship, do regular cleanups around the streams and on some of the roads and paths. And there's also a clean sweep group. And if you really want to see the detritus of our civilization, go on a cleanup. And I mean, you'll see all kinds of things, tires, I mean, this last one we did, I saw my first flat screen TV before it was the, cathode ray tubes.
Right. Well, and just since you said that, they're doing a household hazardous waste collection event on this week. I'm pretty sure it's this weekend.
It's Saturday. Yeah. 'Cause
Saturday.
I've been collecting stuff to take, and it's out at the community college.
Yes, and they also, anytime you have electronics like a flat screen TV, take it to Minette's on Old Cherry Point Road. That they'll accept it anytime they're open. And Sam, we gotta cut this short because we have our next guest. But it's always a pleasure. Thank you, Sam, for joining us. And
Thank you, Sam.
Well, thank you so much for doing
Yeah.
this, and it's great
Yeah.
to meet a new poetry contact. So we'll be in touch later.
Yes, of course.
Awesome. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Woo! Awesome. Very nice. And before we go further, okay, we have Sam Lewis, Big Sam. I want to meet
Big
Sam
Hi,
Lewis.
Sam.
Sam Lewis looks like a happy person.
Hate to
I'm a
host.
resident of New Bern and music therapist. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Very
We
interesting.
would love to have you join us on the Podsquad. So if you're
Yes.
interested in that, and you're a grad from ECU.
ECU
so that's-
alum.
Woo. When is open mic? Dates and times. Check out Nexus Poetry Society, or visit newbernnow.com and look at the calendar, and it will have the event on there. So let me just one more. Here we go. Whoops. Ed Vargas. Hi, gang. Keep up the good work. Hi, Edwin.
Hey, Ed.
All right. Sam Lewis, CCSAP, which is the Coastal Coalitions for Substance Abuse Prevention, or they just changed their name. So I apologize if I get that wrong,
No.
but it's CCSAP does cleanup events in addition to drug take back events. So that's a very great point, because they just, I think it was last week, the governor or the North Carolina announced drug take back events because of the opioid crisis. Come see me at the Tonic tonight. Oh, well,
Yeah.
all right. We need to get in
Big
touch.
Salmon
Partnership
Company.
opportunity. Yes, that's all what we're doing.
Yes.
What the reason we do what we do is to connect everyone that's watching and the people that are on our show with each other.
Yeah.
And that's what makes the world go around. It's not about us, it's about our community. And when I say community, I mean New Bern and beyond. So yeah. So very cool.
Big Salmon
Yeah.
Company was like the first person, him and Cricket, that I was able to perform with. So that was really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. So let me remove that title. Let's see if I can figure this out. And our next guest, I thought I had the title. Let me just type it in as we have both Jackie and Bill with here. Whoops. No. There we go. You're muted. Can you unmute Jackie and
Okay.
Bill?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
There we go. I don't want to see my face. There we go.
Hey, guys.
How are you?
Thanks so much for joining us.
Well, thank you
Awesome.
for inviting us.
Yeah, well, finally we connected again. We initially met at
Giving Tuesday.
yes,
in November.
Union Point Park, and you had the dogs there. So for people that don't know what Paws of War Eastern North Carolina is, do you want to tell us about it?
Sure. Yeah. You want to start?
So Paws of War is it's a dog training organization. It was started up in New York. It's been going for about 15 to 18 years, I believe. The president is a man named Rob Nassari. And what we do is we try to save shelter dogs, and we try to marry up shelter dogs with veterans and first responders, either police or fire or sheriff or EMTs, and folks who need a dog. And we work with them to train the person to actually train the dog. So really what it's all about is establishing a relationship between dogs and people. And we do that in some instances to help alleviate the challenges brought on by PTSD or traumatic brain injury, those types of things. And we've had great success over the last, I don't know, I guess 10 to 15 years with many people. We are displaced, misplaced, replaced New Yorkers who have moved to North Carolina middle of last year. And we thought there was an opportunity based on conversations with some of the Marine Corps organizations and Sheriff's Department to possibly establish an organization here to work with some of the first responders and some of the veterans that are down here, as well as to save many of the dogs that are in the shelters that are down here. So that kind of is what we do.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the website for Paws of War, but you also have a Facebook page. So
Yep, I just created it just recently. I think we hit 140 followers. Yay!
woo!
We're getting there. Yeah, and
Rob started this organization many years ago and has become pretty much an expert at getting animals from other countries into the United States. There were a lot of veterans who were stationed over in Iraq and Afghanistan and Syria and some other places, and now the Ukraine, where Rob is spending a lot of time and effort working to get animals rescued from those other countries and brought back into the United States.
Yeah, dogs and cats.
Yeah.
Because there'll be a soldier that may adopt a cat, a stray cat. They then have to, or they leave, but they want to bring their cat with them, but so they can't. So Rob has figured out how to do all that. There's a lot of paperwork. It costs about $10,000, I think, to bring an animal over. And so he does that. And right now there are a lot of volunteers that are in the bordering countries of Ukraine that are, there to give food, cat carriers, leashes, dog collars, whatever they need, and to help them, with their pets as well as themselves. Yeah.
Well,
So-
Sam Lewis says we love our Yankees.
Love
But
our
I'm
Yankees.
also a darn Yankee.
Yeah. Well, how we ended up down here was Bill was actually born in Jacksonville, North Carolina. So
Oh.
he's like a replant. He was here and left and came back.
Yeah, it's actually hard to find people from North Carolina.
Yeah.
It seems everybody is from somewhere else, but
Yeah.
actually it turns out I was actually born here. So.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep. We have right now here in North Carolina, we've got 4 clients. So Bill normally would not be here on a Thursday because he's on the road doing training. He'll go down to Hampstead to do training, then Jacksonville, and then he's got a couple people here in New Bern that he trains. But we don't have a facility, so he trains outside. Obviously, with the rain, can't do dog training. We have a new client who on Friday found his puppy at the Pamlico Craven County Animal Shelter, and he was thrilled. It was a Rottie Lab puppy, and
Adorable. It's adorable.
adorable. Check the website, and the puppy's name. It's a little girl. Her name is Osa, O-S-A.
Okay.
Because Osa means bear, and our veteran's nickname is Bear, and the puppy came from New Bern, and the mascot is a bear. So it's all, yeah.
That is
Connected.
divine. That is divine.
So-
alignment.
Yeah, so he lives in Winterville. So in about a week or so, once the puppy gets acclimated, Bill's gonna start his training. Yep, that's Osa.
Oh,
No.
baby.
Yes,
So sweet.
and she's got her tongue out. You'll see that. Yeah, so she's doing really well. So Bill's got a client in Hampstead, and based on there was an organization that found out about us and talked to Bill about a person in that Hampstead area that needed some help, and he got a puppy, and Bill's been working with him, and the feedback has been really positive on how well he's doing. So, and we said, even if we can just help one person, it's all worth it.
There you go. Awesome.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for all that hard work.
Yeah, you're welcome. One of the other things that Paws does on Long Island is they have a mobile veterinary clinic. We don't have a clinic down here, so we're working with some of the local organizations here to try to get some free veterinary care for veterans, their pets, and first responders and their pets. So hopefully,
Wow. Hey, I'm ready for
That's
that.
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I have a meeting on Monday, so we'll see how that goes, and hopefully we'll get that, and then I'll schedule some events on the Facebook page. You'll see that. So,
Right.
yep, and
Well-
we are also working with the VFW, the local VFW in New Bern. We're going to do some obedience training, and that's open. Yep, and the sheriff.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, and we used to have a mobile pet vet, whatever. They also did spay and neuter and stuff.
Yeah,
That was
Yep.
prior to COVID, so who knows if they're going to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the price of gas now. So we were looking to bring
Yeah.
the vehicle from New York
Yes.
on down, but At the
Yeah.
price of gas, it's really cost prohibitive to do that. So
Yeah.
we need to find an alternative solution.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and Sam he wrote, I work at Camp Lejeune, so you're probably feeling it with the drive. And yeah, so Bill and Jackie O'Brien, is there anything else you want people to know?
Yeah, I mean, we're here to help more than anything else, right? Whether somebody's looking for a dog or somebody needs help with training a dog that they already have. You know, they say you can't teach old dog new tricks, but that's not really true, right? You can teach a dog anything almost at any age. And dogs are extremely forgiving, right? Regardless of what a dog has gone through. They always seem to come back and they always seem to show you their best side.
Yeah.
So any questions, we're always available. Any issues, we're always here.
Fantastic.
Okay.
I do have a question for y'all too. Do y'all offer ESA and service training?
We can. So yes. So I can take a dog, right? All dogs. The foundation is basic obedience training for the dog. We can go one of two paths. We can either go down a path where we develop a dog into a therapy dog, where the dog is friends to all people. One of our dogs, actually, we took down that path, and she's, you know, we can bring it to schools and citizen homes, and she can meet and greet everybody. She's AKC certified.
Come here.
Oh my
Or
gosh, that's
we can
awesome.
go down the path of
Whoops.
You see her? Here she is.
that's
Oh,
the way.
okay.
Whoops, wait a second. Oh,
You see her?
sweetheart.
Okay, there we go.
Ah.
Yeah, we
Ooh,
rescued
baby,
her.
baby.
In February 2018, we got her. We took her to a training facility because we didn't know her background, and because she had scars on her face, she had a batch of puppies. So we took her to this trainer, and she said, "You know what? She'll be a therapy dog." And I was like amazed but it's her personality that came through. And it's because of Rebecca and the training that we did with her, we ended up at Paws of War, and we did obedience training with our two dogs. And she got AKC certified as a canine good citizen, advanced in therapy dog. So I was taking her to nursing homes. Then of course everything shut down because of COVID. So she hasn't done that, but
Right.
she still got
Right.
this personality.
Or we can go down the other path where if a person needs a
Right.
service dog, where they need the dog to wake them up at night with night tremors or put sheets off or turn lights on or off, those types of things, we can go down that path as well.
Yeah.
We ran into a young lady here
Yeah.
who's part of our team, and Bonnie is an AKC certified tester.
Yeah.
So as you're going through the process, learning obedience training and stuff, we bring Bonnie in, and Bonnie will test you and the dog, and you'll be able to see the progress that you're making. And Bonnie can help us all the way through the process on the therapy side.
Yep. Yes.
Gotcha. Well, and I just have to say, because of my friend Donna Baker with Masterful Dog Training, she also does obedience training, and she also does the canine good citizen training. So just to let people know, and I think there's an organization, Sally Said So. I think they're also in New Bern. So
Sally Said So. I'm writing this down. So you said Donna Baker.
Yeah, Masterful Dog Training.
Okay.
And then Sally Said So. And Bonnie's last name, I'm trying to remember. who
Bonnie
we're talking-
Musto is who
There-
we met.
Yeah.
Yep. You know Bonnie, right?
I think we met a while back. But,
Yeah.
And you might have met Bonnie at the park as well.
Yeah, because
Right.
she was with us with her big giant Saint Bernard.
Oh yes, I got a picture of the
Yes.
baby. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I love St. Bernards.
Yeah. Yeah, we ran
Awesome.
into her in a Harris Teeter parking lot, and based on things we had on our vehicle and she had on hers, we started talking, and we've connected, and now she's one of our volunteers and part of the team.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great.
So
All right. Well, thank you both for your time today. We really appreciate it. Jarett, Weirdy Lee, do y'all have any questions?
No, I'm just grateful to have people in the area that do this sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Thank you
It's,
guys
people
so
that are so
much.
kind.
Y'all are amazing.
You both seem very, very kind.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice. Thank you.
They got adorable dogs, so
Yeah, we got 2 dogs, 2 cats. They keep us busy.
Yeah.
they rescue us.
Yes,
So-
they do.
Yeah.
They do.
All
indeed.
right. Well, thank you,
right.
Bill
Thank
and
you.
Jackie.
Thank
Have
you
a
so
great
much.
day.
Yeah.
Woo!
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
I like that.
That's so awesome. That is so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
Fun stuff. All right. So
A lot of good guests today.
Yeah, and we've got some great comments here. Okay, Sam, our brig on base works with the local service dog organization to have prisoners training service dogs for veterans. I had no idea. That's
I-
really, really cool.
Didn't either.
That's awesome.
I remember out at Craven, the prison or the institute over institution, whatever it's called, the Craven jail out
Mhm.
on Alligator Road. It's the county. Anyway, they used to do the new leash on life. I'm not sure if they're still doing that, but I interviewed the inmates, and that really changed
Wow.
their lives. It was just so incredible. And
That's so nice. That's so good. I
yes,
didn't realize that they did that.
yeah. So we got to check back in on them. I think they probably stopped doing that prior to COVID, but so what are you all doing this weekend? Anything special?
I'm not sure. I think this weekend I'm probably gonna try and nail an interview with Cricket and Lee. And then other than that, I'm not sure. I might talk to Lexi Bridgers. I mentioned her on the last podcast. She had a show here at Nautical last
She's
weekend.
amazing.
Yeah. She's a great person overall. Her music's amazing. She's very talented. So is Lee. So is Cricket. So.
I don't remember, Jarett. Did you say you were? Do you sing or perform any? Do you
I
play
do
any?
once in a while when I can. I've gone to the open mic night at Brewery 99 a few times. Pete's a really great guy, the owner, Pete.
Yeah.
And he always invites me out. I can't make it all the time, just because prior responsibilities. But I try to as much as I can.
Do you play guitar?
Yeah, I play guitar, bass. I used to play
No
piano
way.
a lot. Cody plays piano.
Nice.
Yeah.
I only know how
Very
to read
cool.
chords.
Hmm?
on piano. So I only know how to read chords on piano.
Oh, I can't read any music. I just play by ear. I think it's
No way. That's so
Yeah.
sick.
it's taken me a long
There.
time to be
Is
able
there
to do
a word
that.
for that? I don't know what it's called.
I'm not sure. No,
But that's a gift. It's a gift
Yes.
right there.
thank you.
Well, obviously, both of you are very gifted.
Yeah.
And speaking of upcoming events, do y'all want to do the rundown? Each show we have a list on our outline here that comes from our calendar, and I'm just going to share this I'm going to try once again. Actually, I was successful the other.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. So we have New Bern now on our calendar. You just click on calendar and it will have all the lists of all the different events. And then on the weekend, we publish the actual things to do on the weekend. So, what else? All right. So you ready to do upcoming events? Actually, before that, how about let's do the question. We're going to throw that out there and we'll give people time to think about it. And what was the question?
It was
When
Concrete
did New Bern get
sidewalks.
concrete sidewalks? I'd say that was before my time. So
I wish we never got concrete sidewalks. I wish we were still on horses.
I don't know. I think concrete sidewalks are nice. In some parts, downtown most definitely, but
something that's really cool, I'm going to try to show it real quick, is you see that screen?
yes.
Let's see. Actually, no, I don't want to share that. Stop, remove. Whoops, I removed the wrong. No, I didn't. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just pressing buttons. But see the screen back here, it's all bricks.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
then back there, you know where that is?
Mm-mm.
No.
It's right off of. I live off of Washington Post. I'm still within city limits, but it's off of Beeman Road. So
Okay.
it's just a road that has. It's really like it's a brick road. It's where Caswell Branch is.
Okay.
What is
So
it called?
that's
You said
pretty
Demon Road?
cool. Beeman,
Demon.
BEAMEN.
I feel like I've been there. Before.
Yeah, and there's a sign that
That's
says
beautiful.
something that the governor Caswell was
Too many
the whoa.
It has like the placard sign.
Yeah, it has
The
the
history of
placard,
it.
and you can go fishing there if you like.
Is there a
fishing.
little stream that goes underneath
Yes.
it? Okay,
Yeah, it's
then I've most definitely been there. Yeah, I think that's probably 10 minutes from my house. Not even.
Oh, so we're neighbors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we said we were going to do the community events,
Yes.
the upcoming
Oh, yeah.
events. Where did I put the? Got a little ticker. Okay, here we go. On the 24th, which is today, our little talks, lecture by Jill Eberly on portraiture.
Portraiture.
That's a really
Okay.
hard word.
Yeah, it's funny.
That's at 6 p.m. at the Bank of the Arts.
Okay.
So check that out. And do you want to run down these events with me, or are you just listening?
Yeah.
Since I'm on my phone, I don't have the outline, but I will sit here and smile. And
For the 25th. Cut you off. For the 25th, we got the flea market and food truck fundraiser series with Marty's Hella Fat, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Colonial Capital Humane Society flea market. That's so cool.
Wow. That is
There
cool.
we go. Yeah.
Awesome.
Wow.
And then the grand opening of Martin Marietta Park is on the 25th, which is
Wow.
tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
At
Love that
11
park.
a.m.
Definitely go.
What's
That
that?
park is
Amazing.
beautiful. I said I love that park to pieces. Anytime I'm feeling stressed or just need to rejuvenate with Mama Gaia, that's the place I go. So definitely check that out because it's
I've never
phenomenal.
been, but
Beautiful park.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very
definitely.
well kept too.
It is. Yeah.
Do you know where it's
Very
at?
impressed.
Like area-wise in New Bern?
It's right off of Glen Burnie. Say you have South Glen Burnie Road, you go across where the fast food restaurants are, and
You keep going straight?
At Noose, you just go straight, like going towards Hatteras Yachts. It's on the left-hand side before you get to the stoplight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very
It's
nice.
past Wendy's.
Yeah.
If you
I
know,
ride
it's
my
straight
bike
past Wendy's.
on National Road all
It's
the time.
before
so-
you get there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then we'd already talked about it, but the 26th, dispose of latex and oil paints, used motor oil, lawn and gardener fertilizer, pesticides, gasoline, drain openers, paint thinners, cooking oil, antifreeze, and batteries, and all that nasty stuff
Yeah.
at the Household Hazardous Waste collection event from 8 to 1. And that's at the Craven Community College.
That's awesome. 26th, we got Pull for Hope fire truck pull competition and open house. That's going to be at 8 a.m. at New Bern Fire Rescue Headquarters Station. That sounds fun. That sounds awesome. Don't know much about it. Sounds like a good time.
The firemen are going to be pulling a truck, so they so
Okay. Something to see.
people are donating, raising money for MD and muscular dystrophy, I think.
Okay.
One of those diseases that
Yes.
are horrible. And on the 26th, we have Battlefield Adventure Day, where people you can go see the U.S. colored troops, reenactors, people by the camp. Like
No
the
way.
old timey stuff.
Yeah.
It's fun
I
stuff.
love that
They
stuff.
say it's for kids, but it's for people all ages, and that's presented by the New Bern Historical Society,
Very cool.
and that's at the Battlefield Park. Have you all been out there?
I've been out there once or twice before. Yeah.
Weirdy?
No, but that's so cool.
No?
No.
You got to go because it's
I'm
not
going.
just
I gotta
it's
feed
not
my
just
inner child.
Yes.
Well, I mean, just any day. If you go out there, they have like the historic markers where you're like, oh, I didn't know about that. I didn't know about that. They also have park benches. You can go running. You can go just sitting and watching with the binoculars, watching the birds or wildlife. It's like a nature park also. So if people say you're with somebody that doesn't like history, but they love nature, it's for both.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
perfect.
Best of both worlds.
And that's out.
what I'm talking about.
It's at the entrance to Taberna off of Highway 70. It's a quick
Right where that
left.
Dunkin' Donuts is.
Yeah, right across the street from there. Yeah,
Heck yeah.
you gotta check it
I'm gonna
out.
check that out. I'm gonna have to. I love hanging out with Mama Gaia. Also the 26th, there's the Bears Rock and Roll Band. Dinner buffet starts at 5:30 p.m. They're performing at 7 p.m. at Attitudes Pub and Grill. That's cool. I haven't heard of Attitudes Pub and Grill. Where's that at?
That's out in Riverbend. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
I've yet to be there too. I've yet to go there, but I'm gonna have to go and check it out. So.
Yeah, and they're old timey music, and that's I think 50s, 60s, 70s, maybe.
Swing music, very nice.
That sounds
It's
awesome.
yeah. What'd you call it? What rain
Wing
music? Wing music. Oh, yeah.
Wing. Yeah.
That's with Simon Spalding. You know, Simon he does all kinds of like eclectic instruments and stuff like that, but he's also in that band. So
Okay.
Or actually, I'm pretty sure he is. He used to send me the press releases all the time. Please, I need to double check that. So disregard what I just said, but check out the Bears. I know they're old rock and roll. And on the 26th is Winter Feast at Spring Edition at 6:30 at Triumph Palace. What else is going on, Weirdy?
We got the Colonial Capital Drag Show fundraiser, 8 p.m. at the garage. Okay, they have the best shows. I went to one of them and I was laughing. I almost cried. Like, there were so many emotions. You have to go if you have not, because that is so much fun.
Okay.
All right.
Definitely.
So check out the garage on the 27th, right? 28th.
26th.
26th.
Okay.
8 p.m.
Yeah, and then the 27th, second annual Prom Boutique from 10 to 2, and that's also at the garage. And then Molasses Creek Band concert at 1 o'clock, and that's also on the 27th at St. Andrew's Church. And St. Andrew's Church is doing St. Andrew's Lutheran Church. They've been doing a lot of hosting band like concerts. So Wicked Junction may be interested in and going. So yeah. So they've opened up the sanctuary, I guess. It's a really pretty church inside. I'm not I don't attend there, but I know they've started doing concerts. So it's all for the community. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Yep.
The 28th ENC Regional Church and Community Resiliency Collaborative, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at New Bern Riverfront Convention Center.
Okay.
Yeah, and Don Baldwin Gibson was with us last week talking about that. Peloton Ministries, they're bringing FEMA and Homeland Security, Faith Connections Group. Anyway, a whole bunch of resources for people like during the hurricanes. Afterwards, you're going to get assistance or trying to find out how to fix your roof or whatever. Well, they're going to have all these different organizations coming in and letting you know what resources are locally available. So they're trying to get ahead of it instead of reacting to things, trying to educate people. So if in the event it does happen, which touch wood, but people hopefully will be more prepared. So yeah. And then our dear friend Dobert Owsley with the Vietnam Veterans of America, Floyd H. Austin Jr., Chapter 886. That's a mouthful, but they're a wonderful group of veterans. And on the 29th, they're going to observe Vietnam Veterans Day between the hours of 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. at Union Point Park Gazebo. And that's for the 5th anniversary of National Vietnam War Veterans Day, as Americans unite to thank and honor Vietnam veterans and their families. So they're going to have a big exhibit, and you go tell stories. Perhaps you had a loved one that was in the Vietnam War. Just to connect with veterans and show your support. So, yeah.
Okay.
That's
Very
awesome.
cool.
The 31st, we have Lunch and Learn How to Write a Small Business Plan. That's nice. 12 to
cool.
1:30 p.m. at Craven Havelock campus. Craven CC.
What else is going on the 31st?
We got North Carolina Baroque Orchestra. I love the orchestra. Oh my goodness. 7:30 at Craven Community College Oranger Auditorium. I will definitely be going to that because I love the orchestra.
Very cool.
Yeah. So the Lifetime Learning Center. That's Jennifer Baer. They have the different programs, and that's also the international film programs they do too. So they got it going on in the college.
Yeah.
So it's not just they're grooving. It's not just to sit in the classroom. So yeah.
Yes. And then I don't want to jump ahead of myself, but like I said on the last podcast, I saw Charlie at Tonic last weekend. I say the other night, but last weekend. And he told me that the Pelican soft opening is on April 1st.
Wow.
So, very interesting. Very exciting.
Fantastic. Really happy. Is Heather going to be part of that?
I think so. I believe so. From what he told me, that's what it sounded like.
I hope so, because she really poured her heart into it.
They've been doing a lot of work. He showed me a video that they had sent him, like a time-lapse video. I think it's on Facebook as well, but they've been putting in a lot of work. So I'm sure it'll come out good. Come out great.
I'm super excited for that.
Yeah. When you
you
put your heart.
Spot.
What's that?
So that was my first landing spot where I kind of got into the groove of things.
Oh yeah.
Met some good friends, met some good music friends, got my music out there. So yeah,
very nice.
Grateful it's coming back.
Awesome. And then April 1st through the 30th is the Twin Rivers Artist Association and Craven Community College Judged Exhibition. And so check out the Community Artist Gallery and Studios located at 309 Middle Street.
Very cool.
Nice.
Very cool.
Also for the first, there's the Shoplifters International Film showing at 2:30 p.m., 4:15 p.m., and 7:30 p.m. That's also going to be at Craven Community College Auditorium.
There we go. And guess who's playing on the first?
Wicked Junction. Yeah, we're gonna be at a Nautical Star Coffee Company. We absolutely love them, and they have delicious drinks and pastries. It's just a beautiful atmosphere altogether.
Yes.
And for that show, it's gonna be more like jazzy, more intimate, not as like.
Yeah.
But yeah. If you want some more chill vibes, that's the show.
Very cool.
Second and third is the Home and Outdoor Expo and Artisan Market from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at New Bern Riverfront Convention Center. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
I'm glad they're finally, things are finally opening up and getting back to some kind of normalcy. And
yes.
Yeah. So it's but we'll stop there with the events. But if you want to just check out newbernnow.com/calendar, and that will have, if you have events or announcements, send them to info@newbernnow.com. What else? And also the New Bern Music Calendar by our friend Joanne Friedman. That's on Facebook. So if you all have events, let Joanne know, and she'll put that on the calendar. And the question of the day. Okay, for those watching out there. Oh, do we have another comment? Here we go. Kelly. How are you? Thank you for always keeping us informed. Wendy, you are awesome. Solid Rock Accounting Services. You have got, if you need assistance, she will help you. They will help you, her and her team. So, and Jackie, thank you for the invite. Nice to meet you. Nice
Hey,
to
Nice to meet you.
nice to see you. We'll be staying in touch. So awesome.
Mhm.
And what else? I'm gonna stop this ticker because it's kind of annoying after it's been going for so long. I thought I typed the question. I guess I didn't. Okay, the question. The question is, what was the question?
When did
New
New
Bern
Bern get
receive
concrete
sidewalks?
There we go. So we're gonna need to know the answer, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Drum roll. Okay, anyone? We're gonna wait for somebody to respond. Do you know when New Bern got concrete sidewalks? Anyone? Weirdy Lee? Jarett?
I mean, I can give it a guess. I think I'm pretty far off. I'd say any time in the early 80s, but I think that it was probably before that.
That's a good guess. Why not? Right? And we have another guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have a guess. Jackie, 1947. Okay.
Is that it?
No idea. 1990. There we go,
Okay.
Kelly. Well, if you guessed correctly when New Bern got concrete sidewalks, then you win a gift certificate to McCoy's Chicken and Barbecue. Have you all been to there?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, McCoy's is great.
Oh, it's the best food. Well, and they're also my neighbors. So you get a gift certificate to go eat there.
Cool.
Very nice.
So yeah, each show we try to have a contest and a gift certificate. Mine is a guess. That's all right. Guesses are good. It doesn't matter. You can Google it if you want.
Lee,
When
do
did
you have
New
a guess?
Bern?
I said 1910.
Oh,
Okay.
you're pretty darn close.
Throwing it way back.
I may just give it to you. 1908.
Oh, Lee.
No way! That's so cool.
Yeah, so you're the winner of a gift certificate.
Yes.
Usually we don't give the Podsquad the gift certificates, but we're making an exception for you today. So
Thanks.
yeah, you got to try out their food. It's delicious.
Oh,
I don't go often because I'm trying to, live a healthy life,
Mm-hmm.
Not that their food isn't healthy. It's just I try to watch what anyway, I'm not going to talk any longer. Put my foot in my mouth. All right, let's see. Here we go. Weirdy was changed to Wendy. Don't you love spell check?
Yes.
Weirdy Lee, tell us how you got your name. Do you mind if you don't want to? Then that's okay. I don't want to put you on the spot.
So Lee is actually from my sister. She couldn't say my birth name, and so she gave me Lee. Or originally it was Lily, but she shortened it to Lee, so it became like a family name. It was just something very comfortable with. And then Weirdy, I was always kind of the goofball growing up, like the little weirdo, and everyone in school would be like, "You're such a weirdo." And instead of taking that for like the negative aspect, I was like, I just need to embrace my weird side and just like let it out. And so yeah, that's how it came about.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're kindred spirits because I was always called the weirdo, crazy. I just didn't care, and to this day I don't. It's like people like me, they don't. It's not if they don't like me. Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Or not, I'm not sorry. It's like, well, I wish you the best.
Yeah.
So
Be yourself.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm on stage, I just pretend I'm dancing alone in my room. And that's where all my dance moves come from. So
Wendy, if you haven't
always works
seen
out for
her
me.
perform, the first night that I saw them perform, I think it was at Freshwater, and it was packed. And Cody and I walked in, and I was like, "Who's playing right now?" So we went right up near the stage, and I was like, "Okay, this band seems really cool." And then Lee started dancing, and I think she did like a back bend, and her head almost hit the floor. I was like, "Okay, I think the music is in this girl," because I've never seen anyone do that.
that is so cool.
You've got to come check them out sometime.
Oh, definitely, yeah. So, but April Fool's Day you're performing, right? April 1st.
April
Yes.
1st, Nautical Star
Yes.
Coffee Shop.
Yes.
6 to 8.
Okay. And then Jackie said, yay. All right. Kelly, I was way off. That's all right. Hey, we're just throwing it out there, just trying to have fun and learn. So thank you all for watching us.
Yeah.
Jarett and Weirdy Lee.
Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you,
And
Lee.
hopefully you'll come back to join us in the future. And
Yes.
I hope you have a wonderful day.
I hope
And
you do too.
yeah, we'll see you around.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, Wendy.
Bye bye. Woo!
Bye.